Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Star Bazaar and to another news update for Star Wars Battlefront 2. Today's video is a follow-up to yesterday's news update where we went into great detail on yesterday's community transmission, which was the biggest one we've gotten for Battlefront 2 so far. In it, we got our first look at the new Clone Commandos, the new planet Felucia, the 2 new ways to play, and much more. So if you missed any of that, I'll have yesterday's video linked below in the description, and it should be popping up in a card in the top right corner right now. Today's video, though, focuses on some more details about this new content in the form of developer responses. So let's check it out and start with the Clone Commandos, the newest reinforcement coming to Battlefront 2 this September. Just like their counterparts on the dark side, the Droidicas, the Clone Commandos are now confirmed to be a part of the Enforcer class, according to Ben Walk. Based on this information, it might be safe to assume that they would have the same battle point cost as the Droidicas, which I believe is 1,000 in both Galactic Assault and Capital Supremacy. However, Ben Walk goes on to say that they have not yet decided on the battle point cost, so that is still up in the air. Regardless though, the clones now have an Enforcer that is not a Wookiee, so this is pretty cool to hear. On top of this, Ben Walk confirms that the Clone Commandos will have a Vibroblade as their melee attack, which is really cool. As of recording this video, some of the EA Game Changers are over at Gamescom right now testing out the Clone Commandos in the new instant action and co-op modes, and we should be expecting footage of their playtests at some point tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to that Clone Commando gameplay, and hopefully we get to see that Vibroblade in action too. Speaking of instant action and co-op though, we have confirmation from Ben that the AI in these 2 new modes will be an updated version of the AI that's currently in Capital Supremacy. And get this, the Hero AI will have working abilities. Not even the classic Battlefront 2 from 2005 had Hero AI with abilities, so this is really cool to hear. I'm hoping there's some level of customization that lets you control at what level the Hero AI will play at, either really difficult or really easy, or even just static so you can get some practice in. Ben confirms that instant action specifically will have some level of customization where you can change the parameters, so I'm excited to see what that does. At launch, both the co-op and instant action modes will only be available for the prequel era maps, but we have word that the team is starting to focus on other eras besides just the prequels and the Clone Wars. Hopefully this means that they will be bringing instant action to both the original trilogy and the sequel trilogy maps, but with Episode 9 on the horizon, I know they're definitely going to be focusing a lot on content from the new movie. They said as much in yesterday's community transmission and on the updated roadmap, so they're definitely shifting focus from the Clone Wars to the other eras. Drop a comment and let me know which map from which era you want to be able to play in instant action. I will have a video going over this later on, but personally, I believe instant action to be the single most important piece of content that Battlefront 2 will ever get. This single mode is what immortalizes Battlefront 2, and will keep it alive even after content support for the game stops, whenever that may be. That's a discussion for another video. Let's move on to the last topic I did not get around to covering in yesterday's video, and that is the roadmap. There's a lot of interesting stuff on this updated roadmap, especially towards the tail end of the year. In the section marked October to December, there are 2 really interesting bullet points, one called New Reinforcements and Reinforcement Appearances, and the other just called Special Event, with no other information about it. The last couple of months, Battlefront 2 has been hosting a lot of community events, the first one being a command post capture event in Capital Supremacy, which awarded players the Princess skin for Leia Organa. This month, we had a couple of challenges that awarded players new victory poses and voice lines for Clone Wars heroes, so this special event detailed on the roadmap could have something to do with the new reinforcements and the new reinforcement appearances. Maybe the appearances will be given out as rewards for this special event. It's still way too early to tell for sure, but the fact that these 2 bullet points are so close to each other on the roadmap leads me to believe this might be the case. Either way, this is the first time we're hearing about appearances for reinforcements in Battlefront 2. Up until this point, we've had appearances for the regular troopers and for the heroes, but the reinforcements like the Aerial, Enforcer, and Infiltrator have nothing. I can think of a couple appearances for the Aerial and Infiltrator specifically, so maybe it's going to be something like that. It's also really cool that the bullet point mentions new reinforcements and not just reinforcement appearances. Maybe we'll be seeing the Sith Troopers from Episode 9, or possibly Magna Guards from the Clone Wars. It's really cool that the team is focusing a lot more on reinforcements over heroes. I actually have a discussion video talking about why reinforcements are better content than heroes for Battlefront 2. If you're interested, I'll have that link below as well. But the last thing to touch on is the new appearances section on the roadmap, which is completely separate from the new reinforcements and reinforcement appearances. This could be for heroes or for regular troopers. We really don't know, and there's no other information about it, but skins are something that the community is always requesting, so it's really nice to see that they are focusing on appearances. This makes me happy. I'm just happy about the game in general. Battlefront 2 seems like it's in a really good state, and it's getting even better. Knowing what we're getting a couple of months ahead of time breathes a lot of life into the player base and just gets people excited. There's going to be so much to talk about when it comes to Battlefront 2 in the next couple of months, including Fallujah, Instant Action, Co-op, and the new Episode 9 content dropping in December. It's never been a better time to be a fan of Battlefront 2, so if you are and you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that sub button and ring the bell next to it to get notified of all future Battlefront 2 videos. If you enjoyed the content today, be sure to give the video a thumbs up and also drop a comment below letting me know your thoughts on all of this stuff. What has you more hyped, Clone Commandos or Instant Action? Let me know. That's going to do it for this one, guys. I appreciate you stopping by the bazaar. I'll see you all out on the battlefront. Peace.